For tonight's cheer team holiday stunt routine.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Digimax Sports Network. This is Scott Kerker along with Randy McGool. Randy Metamora tries to come back tonight after kind of a heartbreaking loss the other night over in Canton. We play a very feisty and pretty competitive Pekin team tonight. Pekin comes in at 3-5, like we mentioned beforehand. Metamora comes in at 5-3. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a good game. It's a good chance for Metamora to kind of feel good about themselves for tomorrow night, but they're going to have to play well.
Absolutely, and here we are again. We look at we start 3 juniors, 2 sophomores. Pekin's probably going to start 4 or 5 seniors, So, again, here's a situation where our young players are going to have to, show some maturity and really play up and close this game out. You look at the Canton game, had a nice first half. We had a little bit of a lead going into halftime. Second half, things just kind of fell apart for us a little bit. We never really pulled it back together, So this young group here has a chance, conference game, big game for us, to pull things together and kind of get right for, again, a big game tomorrow night as well.
The problem with young teams is you have to play 4 quarters. And we've played 2 and 3 quarters in some of these games, and in 2 of our 3 losses, and we let it get away in the 4th quarter in both instances. And I think that's part of the maturity of a young team. And Justin's done, I think, just an outstanding job of when we have had those setbacks of rebounding really, really well.
You're absolutely right. You go back, the Washington game was a little bit of a setback. Here we now, we come off the Canton game again. So seeing how we respond now, I think it's going to be big for these guys. And so far this season, off these losses, they have responded very well. So I'm looking for the Redbirds to come out here and come play Redbird basketball.
For sure. Why don't we take a timeout when we come back? Well, why don't we get a chat with the head coach before we take a break? We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Metamora. We're here with Metamora head coach Justin Dame. Coach, kind of a big game for you here tonight. You play a pretty scrappy Pekin team.
Yeah, first home conference game of the year. We've been 3 games on the road so far. We're 1-2. We got to get back in the win column. This is a big game, biggest game of the season.
Coach Pekin, decent-sized team, a lot of juniors, a lot of seniors. What do we expect out of this group? Are they going to run? Are they going to grind?
Oh, no, they're not going to run. They're going to try to play in the 30s like the JV team.
Okay.
They're going to try to slow it down and shorten the game and give us as few possessions as possible. So hopefully we can speed the game up a little bit and not let them hold the ball. I think we got some guys that can prevent them from doing that this year.
Coach, you're going to be playing in front of a really nice crowd here tonight already.
Yeah.
Our side's pretty much full. Other side's starting to fill up a little bit too. And that's nice here at home, playing in front of a big crowd at home. And that's got to help you, when you need to have a big comeback effort tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think our guys obviously, like most kids, get up more for big games like that. Better environments. We saw we didn't play great at Canton. There wasn't a lot of people. We got to get better at that, but it just kind of comes with the nature of the beast when you're dealing with 16, 15, 17-year-olds, right? So we'll keep working on playing better in those more quiet environments, or not as quote big game, but every game's got to be a big game for us.
Coach, we'll let you get going here, but good luck. Bring home a W.
Thanks, guys.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about keys to winning tonight's game. Welcome back to Metamora. Well, Randy, I think Coach is pretty confident, and you've got to be. I think he's got some young kids, and we talked about that all year, though. And now you got to start stringing some wins together.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're back in your home gym here. It's that conference opener. Good crowd here. You got to be fired up. And it just can't. That second half just kind of got away from us, and we just got away from doing the things that we were doing as a young team. And we were kind of playing up at a higher level, really, for a young team, and we receded a little bit, but that's what's going to happen, that's just part of the deal. You hate to see it happen, but I'd rather have it happen now than in a regional or a sectional or something like that down the road, right? So this is the time to be learning these kind of lessons,
For sure.
It's painful. You hate it. It drives you crazy, but that's how we learn, right?
For sure.
Eli, you joining us here today?
I am.
All right.
Nothing like Friday night middle on action. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's cold outside, but it's a nice warm gym, and we're a week away from less than a week away from Christmas. You're out of school now, Eli. You got to be loving life right now, don't you?
Yeah, it's awesome. Everybody's out of school.
I was out a little bit doing some shopping today. The stores were busy. People were everywhere. So, you got to get the Christmas shopping's got to get done here, like, now, right? You can't be waiting any longer. Things are starting to sell out. Kind of a home stand this weekend, with we got Pekin tonight, and then we got Central tomorrow. So, kind of a big weekend for the Redbirds here in their backyard,
Yep.
Not sure if Central's playing tonight.
Yeah, they're playing normal community.
Oh, that's a really big game for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a big conference game.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we'll get ready for here pretty quick for the school song here in just a minute. But, you know, Randy, I look around, man, this is a nice crowd on a Friday so close to Christmas. It must have come out to see Jonathan, you think?
Probably, you know. Absolutely.
A lot of alumni in the building know that Jonathan works in Mean Camera.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. You're right. Everybody's kind of home from school and just kind of checking in on the Redbirds, seeing how they're doing.
We'll take some time now to listen to the school song.
The teams are warmed up. We're warmed up here. Now it's your turn as the Metamora cheerleaders and dance team lead us in the singing of tonight's school song. On your feet. Here we go.
So both teams get ready to come back onto the floor. Pekin's back onto the floor. You know, Randy, Pekin's always been that young or that small kind of scrappy team that muddies the waters, and they just get you to kind of play their style of basketball. And that, you know, you got to do what you got to do to try to win a ball game. And I've always kind of admired Jeremy Crouch for, you know, doing what it takes for his team to give them a chance. And,
yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Jeremy Crouch, you know, a guy played at Pekin, played at Bradley, had a nice career there, and he's just always coached his kids to be gritty, like you said. You know, I always think about that. You know, we get that ball in the lane. If there's more than one bounce in the lane, boom, Pekin's going to grab it. I mean,
for sure.
So you just have to be very fundamentally sound against the Pekin teams. And even if you get up by 10 points, I mean, they're coming. You know, they're not going to stop until the final buzzer goes, you know.
I remember it was in 2022, like in January. We played. That was the year we got second in the state. We played Pekin here, and we won by I think 1 point, maybe 2. But they had a chance to tie it or win it at the end. They had the ball with like 7 seconds to go, and the kid just dribbled it off his foot. And that's how we got the ball back. That's how we won. I mean, they had a chance.
Yeah.
And we got to state. And I don't even think they had an above 500 record.
Yeah, I think they play in a lot of close games, and you know, like you said, they just play just at a high, scrappy level. Let's call it. You know, and they've had some big kids in the past. You know, but again, even those big kids that they've had are just, you know, those guys that kind of grind it in the post and, you know, doing step throughs and pump fakes and getting you in foul trouble and all those little things that you know, it takes to play winning basketball, you know. So, but that's interesting. They come in 3-5. I haven't looked at who they've had on their schedule so far.
They're one of their notable non-cons. They lost to Galesburg. I don't know how close, but I did see they lost to Galesburg. I don't know what Galesburg has this year, but they did lose to Galesburg.
And here and there, Galesburg has been pretty good over the years. You know, sometimes they've got some athletes, sometimes they've got some nice players, other times they're a little bit down, you know. So
nice facilities over there, though.
Oh, they have some of the best facilities in the state.
But yeah, I really, when you think about this Metamora team, I mean, at this point in the season, I think it seems to be more about us.
Oh,
you,
for
you know,
sure.
When you think about, we've played, teams with 7-footers in Pasadena, and we've played teams with all guards in Washington, and I mean, but when we can put it together and we can do those fundamental things, recognizing double teams, kicking the ball out for a backside three with a shoulder square to the hoop, things like that. Get that weak side help, rebounding seemed to be a big thing against Canton. We didn't really get a rebound on the offensive side really for the second half. When you think about that second half against Canton, we scored 16 points in the whole entire second half. We had 35 points in the first half, right? We had, I think, 17 and 15 or whatever. That doesn't add up. 17 and 18. And then you got 16 points, though, in the whole second half at Canton. So I really think we've got to get our offense going and, make this about us and play our style of basketball. Right?
I think a big part of that is recognizing. I love the three more than anybody, but it wasn't falling the other day at Canton. Maybe get it inside a little bit, see a couple go in, then maybe go back out to the three. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and part of that is spacing, though, as well. We go inside. And if somebody's got to go through 2 or 3 guys on the inside, that's a really tough thing to do. We don't really have a giant guy in the paint. So get that ball going inside out and get an open look for 3, I think, is a high percentage look for us. But you're right. I mean, a cut to the rim. We saw Brady Jones, a little backdoor cut off a screen, things like that. But just getting it in the post, we just don't have that guy right now, unless our spacing changes, right?
We're going to take this time now for the national anthem and the starting lineups.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Pekin Gymnasium for tonight's Mid-Atlantic Conference matchup between the visiting Dragons of Pekin High School and your Metamora Redbirds. Before we underway tonight, I'd like to bring your attention to center court. Cadence Till, a 2025 MTHS graduate, was recently honored by the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association as a softball All-American for the 2025 softball season. Cadence was one of only 40 players in the entire United States to earn this honor, and was one of only 4 shortstops named to the All-American team. To give that some perspective, there were more than 340,000 high school softball players nationwide last year, and Cadence was one of 40 players to earn this honor. Cadence was a 3-time Peoria Journal Star Player of the Year and Metropolitan Tonight's game is conducted under the regulations of the Illinois High School Association and the Mid-Atlantic Conference. We encourage players and fans to demonstrate good sportsmanship throughout this game, no matter what their personal feelings of loyalty may be. And as always, thank you in advance for your cooperation. Now let's meet tonight's starter for the Pekin Dragons of Pekin High School. A junior, number 1, Brandon Clark. A senior, number 3, Xavier Pearl. A senior, number 10, Brogan Banassi. A sophomore, number 14, Lyle Taylor. And a junior, number 30, Ronan Smith. The head coach of the Dragons, Mr. Jeremy Crouch.
Well, Randy, I think we're going to have a pretty good height advantage, but they're going to have some seniors. I think they start 3 seniors, 1 sophomore, and 1 junior.
Yep, absolutely. And those guards are all seniors, so they're going to be scrappy. They're going to keep coming at us just like we talked about. They're going to have that personality of that Pekin team that we've seen over the years.
I wait for the tip-off.
Ball just kind of falls, and Pekin starts off with the ball.
Is Metamora in a zone?
Yeah, a little, didn't quite get what it was. Ball gets tipped up. Pekin recovers. Get a trap in the corner. Busey now, off the backside, creates the foul.
We've had our hands on 2 balls already. They've gone right to Pekin players.
Yeah, we'll get those. But yeah, it's kind of a little, like a little 1-2-2 almost, maybe a 3-2. Maybe a matchup zone with a trap on top. Backside rebound. Just picked out Sam Koch. Redbirds on the run.
Pekin got back.
Koch
there he
for
goes.
3.
Good.
Nice. Nice work there with Koch and Busey. A little 2-man game. And Redbirds here in a little press, a little 2-2-1 full court press here. Ball gets thrown out. Busey with the turnover. Gets it up to Koch. Saves it in bounds. Pekin recovers. Vasquez now with the steal on the press over to Busey. Busey thought about driving. Takes it back out to Vasquez. Gets the screen from Geyer. Geyer now skips it over to Jones for 3.
Good.
Nice. Great recognition of the open guy on the floor there. And that's the quarterback, Brogan Banassi, there for Pekin.
He really good athletes, or maybe Pekin's best athlete on the football team. There's
Jones for three. And the Redbirds looking great.
And you know,
right.
something I kind of thought about it. Your best offensive players, Todd and Jones,
Pekin now.
A little less, a little bit more selfish, maybe.
Yeah, kind of looking at them early here to kind of set the tone here. So Pekin takes a 30-second timeout, talk things over here, and handle things on the trap. And you saw a great job by the trap there to really get the player to go over the half-court line and trap him right there at the end line. It's a great spot for the defense now, because now you're really using that half-court line as another defender.
I like this zone that we've come out. It's something I think it caught Pekin a little bit off guard a little bit.
Yeah, we've been playing a lot of man-to-man, and Coach talked about maybe wanting to get Pekin to go a little more up-tempo. And you're right. So we're trapping. We're kind of forcing them to move the ball, maybe forcing them to have a pace that they maybe don't want. And this is a kind of a unique zone here. Ball gets tapped out. Busey now up to Vasquez. Over to Koch. Look at Sam Scott get up in the air and throw it down. Wow, that's nice to see, Scott.
I thought he was maybe too far out.
Tell you what, and Jones with the steal on the run. Gets it over to Vasquez. Back to Jones for three. Off the front, and there's Busey hustling in for the rebound. Taps it out. Nice job. Good to see the Redbirds on the offensive boards here early.
That's a great job by Busey. Just to tip it to Jones.
Busey takes a baseline, reverses it over to Koch. Back to Busey for three.
Good.
Nice. Great side-to-side basketball there by the Redbirds. Just making that defense shift. There's too much ground for that defense to cover.
Pretty nice play by
the little floater goes for Braylon Foreman, number one, and that's a little warning. You got to let the ball go through, and you can't touch it. I think he must have pushed the ball, and that's typically what they do when they're trying to set up a press or whatnot. But Busey drives baseline. First layup. And a great little screen there for Geyer down on the block to just open up that lane for him to come in and finish the layup. Nice work. Backside rebound for Jones. Has it full court. Takes it all the way. Coast to coast for Brady Jones. Redbirds up 18-4 here. 14-point lead with 4 minutes in the first. And that is Briggs Busey who draws the charge.
I think Jones kind of stepped out of his shoe there a little bit.
So Bourne and Morrison check in. They replace Geyer and Jones. Pekin now showing a little token pressure here. Well, not so much. They're kind of backing off. Bourne takes it down the lane, gets held. That'll be a foul on number 14, Lyle Taylor. His first. Nice job by Bourne just to kind of turn and look, and he had a nice little lane to the rim there.
Jones will come back in.
Vasquez over to Morrison. Out to Koch for three. Wow. We are dialed in here, Scotty. The Redbirds have 21 points here, and in the first 4 minutes and 21 seconds, and we just won a half of basketball, and Canton scored 16.
Yeah, but you know what? You have guys that now aren't being selfish; they're just taking those shots.
Yeah.
And
we're looking good. We're moving the ball, finding the open man. playing pretty loose here at home.
Yeah, it is. And you know, the other thing too is we hit the boards pretty hard. The tip out by Briggs Beasy, I thought was just a great awareness of where he was at, and knowing that Jones was over in the corner all by himself.
Definitely. There's been some nice screens and just recognition. You know, Geyer, hasn't scored yet, but he's had a couple of really nice screens.
Yeah.
Almost given him almost an assist on some of those screens. You know, he's just creating open space for other guys on the floor.
We got to shout out that Sam Koch dunk. That was worth the price of admission alone for me, I think. I think we could pack up and go home right now, and I'd be happy.
Did you replay that?
No, I forgot to clip it. I was too busy being in awe.
Definitely an NCCO highlight. No question about it.
Briggs Busey,
Yeah, newly minted Career Journal Star Athlete of the Week there. He got it.
Oh, beautiful. Excellent. Redbird's still in the press. Gets the trap set. Ball gets reversed. Trap is set. Busey almost had it. Now they're going to call the block on Morrison.
I love that aggressiveness, though. I love that. And we can do that with the depth that we have.
You're right. The depth at guard really gives us the ability to get out and get after people.
And you got Zach Bourne out there who doesn't ever get tired. He's a cross-country runner.
He is the Energizer Bunny out there, no question about it. Taking for three. Koch battles for the board.
Oh, yeah.
Morrison just didn't have anywhere to go with it, and Pekin picked it up, and that's a bucket by number 21, Walker, for Pekin.
He did the cardinal sin. You threw it back in under the other team's basket.
Coaches will always tell you, do not save the ball underneath your own hoop. Busey for three. It's short. Off Bourne, out of bounds. It'll be Pekin inbound.
That might have been my jinx there. I'm sorry. it was getting a little warm up here. You're trying to give us a nice breeze. That's all.
Ball goes in. Morrison with the steal. Under the hoop. Gets it to Bourne. Gets knocked out of bounds. Redbirds to inbound underneath their own hoop.
Jones is back in, so I think that was just a shoe issue with him.
Koch to Morrison. To Busey. Little baseline floater.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Nice job, just taking what the defense gives them. Redbirds with the double team. Again. Jones with the rebound. Gets it out to Busey. Over to Jones. To Koch. Koch to Morrison. To Bourne. Down to Jones.
Oh!
Nice pass by Zach Bourne.
Geyer and Logan Vasquez come in for Koch and Busey. Pretty frenetic pace.
Redbird's definitely dictating the pace here, making this game up-tempo. Morrison with the steal, up to Bourne for two. Pekin is pretty flustered here by the pressure. Jones, guys for the rebound, gets fouled. It'll go number 20, Isaac Bernat.
Bert? Barrett.
Oh, Barrett. I guess that's a Dean. I don't know. Got to get my glasses on out here. Yeah. Hell, getting old,
Cry me a river.
Man.
I don't know what you guys are talking about down there.
Gosh, we're going to start eating some fresh carrots before the game here. Vasquez. Wheels and deals. Gets it over to Geyer. Into Bourne in the post. Nice job by Zach Bourne to post up, create some space, and finish. Three. Morrison with the rebound on the backside. Gets it up to Vasquez. To the corner to Geyer. Back to Vasquez. Drives in the lane. Drops it for Bourne. Bourne gets it to Geyer. Just a little too low to handle.
And
Pekin now throws it away, and it'll be Redbird's ball. And, you know, Coach Dane wanted to create this frantic pace. I didn't realize it was going to be this frantic, Scott, but
it's crazy.
But Pekin clearly is showing they don't want to play at this speed. "20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Redbirds with 29 points. This might be our highest scoring quarter of the year so far, Scott.
For sure.
6 seconds, down to 5. Vasquez for 3. Puts it up. Doesn't go. Redbirds will take a 29-6 lead into the second quarter.
Take this time to thank our sponsors. Welcome back to Metamora. Wow, Randy, Eli, 29 points in the first quarter.
I mean, do the Chicago Bulls have a 29-point first quarter yet this year? I mean, my goodness, what's going on here, guys? A power dunk by Sam Koch. I mean, you know, ESPN needs to start covering these games, Scotty. Holy cow.
So Redbirds come out with, looks like it's Bourne, Jones, Vasquez, Geyer, and who's that over on the other side over there?
Passing it in there?
Koch, yeah.
So Brady Jones with a 10-point first quarter. Sam Koch with an 8-point first quarter for the Birds.
He's got 2 threes and a thunder dunk.
Bourne drives the lane, kicks it out to Vasquez for 3. Doesn't go. Ball's loose. Bourne's after it.
Oh.
And that's going to be a foul on the Redbirds. That goes against Zach Bourne. That'll be his second. And talking about having the right guy out on the top of that press. Zach Bourne with his wingspan and his hustle. And yeah, the ball is loose. It just, Pekin was very fortunate to recover there.
Oh, that's a foul on Vasquez. It came down on it.
Yeah, it's going to get caught for the reach in there on the backside. Busey will check into the game.
Bourne, nice minutes.
Yeah, Busey comes in for Bourne. Bourne now with 2. Sam Koch with the steal. Redbirds on the run. Koch takes it down the lane. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I like how he took it right at him.
That's another thing, you know, against Canton, I think we shot 4 free throws, Scott, the whole game. You know, and that's, so already.
30 and 37 against Morton.
Yeah, I mean, what the tale of 2 stories there. I mean, how completely opposite can you go? You know, so you know, part of basketball is being aggressive, getting to the rim. You know, pump faking, going into the defender, playing a little bit physical on the offensive side. You know, and I think we tried to go a little too finesse maybe against Canton, right? And it showed in that second half. And so, you know, taking the ball at the rim like this is really a great opportunity to be physical, draw some fouls, get to the line, you know, punish your opponent physically just a little bit, you know?
You know, I mean, we haven't been shooting the free throws very well, so maybe it's better we weren't at the free throw line again. I don't know.
That's a good point. That's a very good point, Eli.
injured player for Canton is Brogan Benassi. I hope he's not hurt because he is a really, really good athlete.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cramp or is it a knee. I'm not sure what they're just kind of talking to him. Are they? Do you have a better view, Eli? I really don't see what they're trying to pay attention to here.
I don't know. It looks like lower leg, foot, ankle, possibly.
Yeah. Kind of a Charlie horse on the calf.
Well, we got the other camera angle on this, so looks like maybe a knee, doesn't it?
I can't tell.
Well, he's not putting any weight on the left side. So, yeah, maybe a knee, maybe an ankle. Hard to tell. He's definitely in pain.
Just when you think things couldn't get any worse from Pekin. You're down 23 points, 7 minutes left to go in the first half.
And that could have been a knee into a muscle sometimes, that Charlie horse or...
Hopefully that's all that it is.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing super structural.
Sam Koch will go to the line for 2.
Up, Eli.
I'm telling you guys.
That one's on you, buddy.
And Koch gets the second, 30-6.
Pekin with the long pass. On the backside of the press, they get the layup. Ball juicy in the corner. Thought about the 3. Back to Vasquez. Over to Jones. Now to Koch. In the Geyer.
Oh.
A little too short. Gets intercepted. Vasquez with the steal. And Pekin will knock it out of bounds. It'll be Redbirds to inbound.
Nice play by Vasquez.
Yeah, just, playing a little quarterback there. Had some good defensive back play from Pekin. But Redbirds are definitely being aggressive here, looking to get that ball down the floor and get it in the hoop quickly. Just keep the pace of this game going. Backdoor to Brady Jones.
Oh, that is so nice. Geyer hasn't scored yet, but man, he's
doing a great job moving the ball.
Oh, he traveled. Yeah.
Again, just another example how the Redbirds are speeding Pekin up here.
Beekman and Taylor come in for Metamora, come in for Jones and Vasquez.
Taylor now to bring it up. Gets the screen from Busey. Geyer gets it into Beekman. To Koch for 3. Off the heel. That's Busey's guys for the rebound. Gets it to Geyer over the top to Beekman. Beekman gets undercut.
Yeah.
And it'll be Redbirds to inbound here.
I like how Geyer he's doing a lot of those little things.
Yeah, that's a really nice look up to Beekman. You get that ball up high in the sky, he's the only one that's going to get it. Busey to inbound for the Birds. Goes into Geyer. Over to Taylor. Back to Busey. Thought about the 3. Drives into the paint. Gets it down to Beekman. Reverse layup.
Oh, nice.
Excellent work by the Birds. Geyer with the steal. Takes it down in. Layup goes.
Nice to see him get a bucket. All the little stuff he's done today, and he finally gets the bucket. Three doesn't go. Koch with the rebound.
Gets double team, gets it out to Busey. And Pekin now getting pretty aggressive after it. Geyer now gets it over to Taylor. Drives baseline to Beekman. Layup won't go.
If he'd have taken a dribble, he could have dunked it.
And Pekin takes a timeout now. Talk things over. Redbirds are up 36-8 here. 4:44 to go in the second. And I got to believe the Pekin coach is saying, hey, let's slow things down a little bit. Let's run our offense. Let's get into some sets and try to frustrate the Redbirds a little bit,
For sure.
Every time we get the ball down here, you can see Coach James yelling, "Go, go, go, go!" Like he wants to push. And we learned what I don't want to reference it too much, but we learned what happens when you let a team hang around. Kind of let them hang around too long.
Yeah.
They started making shots.
You're right. We've got to put teams away. We've got to have that killer instinct, and take care of business. And I got to believe that this press we're working on, or this, a little bit of the press, but a little bit of the zone defense is something we're probably working on, again, in preparation for the game tomorrow as well, If we can get double teams and get them to pick up their dribble, definitely a benefit to the Redbirds. Three by Pekin.
Oh, we got it.
Goes. That's number 35, Hunter Smith, the junior. Koch reverses it.
Oh,
gets stolen.
Pretty nice play by the Pekin defender. Is that number 3?
Yep. Busey almost had it. And they're going to draw a jump ball here with Beekman. That'll be Pekin to inbound underneath their own hoop. Ball goes in the high post. Little jump shot, rims out. Pekin with the rebound. Another 3 attempt. It goes. Number 14, Lyle Taylor. Ball gets tipped out to Metamora. Ball gets knocked out of bounds to Metamora.
Bourne comes in for Geyer.
Ball goes up to Koch. The backside of the post. Get down into Bourne. And just can't get the handle. It'll be out of bounds to Pekin. Bourne with the rebound. Redbird's on the run. Out to Busey. Busey gets in the lane. To Beekman. Down to Bourne. Little fadeaway jumper, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on number 20 for Pekin, Isaac Byrne.
Colin Morrison will check in. Looks like he's probably going to, he'll check in after the after the first free throw. First one's up and good. And he'll come in for Briggs Busey. And he gets them both.
Three from the corner. Rebounded by Koch. It's to Morrison. Morrison gets a screen from Bourne to the corner to Taylor. To the big man. And how about the sophomore, Cam Beekman?
What a great catch. It was a nice.
Bourne now with the steal. And the dunk doesn't go for him.
They can't
rebound.
He altered that shot. Get it to him.
Ball goes into Beekman in the paint. He puts it down and loses it.
It probably wasn't open, but
Yeah,
that's okay. That's okay.
Sometimes just make that catch and get that ball up.
Jones will come back in.
But yeah, he had 3 guys on him. It's pretty tough to.
Pretty nice job by Cam Beekman.
Yeah, excellent work. Had a quick 4 points for the Redbirds there. He's crafty in the paint. Taylor knocks it away, gets it to Morrison. Now Pekin knocks it out of bounds. The Redbirds to inbound underneath their own hoop. Morrison gets it in the cot. Gets the handoff. Over to Taylor. Taylor in the paint. Gets it to Bourne.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Nice feed by Taylor there.
Bourne with 8 points.
Brady Jones knocks it out. Beacon inbound. Bourne just gets his hand on it. And ball goes to Brady Jones. Finishes with the layup. Nice job by the press. And there's Bourne again getting his hand on the ball. And there's Sam Todd with the wow.
Oh.
Sam Todd comes out of nowhere.
2 dunks tonight. Wow.
Sam Todd up in the rare air here in the first half against Pekin. Wow. Doing some hops.
Wow.
Kids fired up.
Boy, Tom Hagen would have loved that.
Yeah, he would have.
Oh, man. Now, we got a highlight on that one, right, Eli?
Oh, we did. Don't worry.
All right. We got to see that one a couple times. That was outstanding. Man, he's, the one-handed, right-handed flush, and now the two-footed, two-handed flush here. So Sam Koch pulling out all the tricks here.
Is he the best dunker in the family?
That could be tough.
I have to ask his dad.
Yeah, so you're including Dad in that one? I mean, wow. We could have a whole
No, I didn't make the claim. It was just a question. Question was thrown out there.
All right. We're going to have to roll back the tape here. We're going to have to go back to the 80s and the 90s to see about,
how good Dad was.
JR. And
then Cooper was awfully good.
Cooper, yeah, absolutely. Still working on his dunk game, Got Iowa. Redbird still in the press here. There's Taylor. Corner 3 from Pekin.
Oh,
it
nice.
Goes. That's number 11, Boston Powell. Morrison now gets the ball to Jones. Jones back to Morrison. Cuts the screen. Pops for 3. Just doesn't go. Zach Bourne with the rebound and put back.
Wow.
Excellent work. Nice job of keeping the ball up and just going right up with it. Peeking for 3. Morrison with the rebound. Taylor, the reverse layup. Redbirds have 50 now. Pekin throws it away. It'll be Redbirds to inbound with 12 and a half on the clock. Morrison now brings it up. Gets the ball to Jones, over to Cox. The pick and pop, back to Morrison. Three. Wow. That brings us to the half. Redbirds up 53-17.
Wow.
Here in the conference home opener.
We'll take a timeout. Thank our sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor the Metamora varsity dance team. Tonight, they will be performing the contemporary routine, Neon Green Lights in Pompeii. Choreographed by modern dance members Cameron McCoy and Aspen Roman. Let's hear it for your dancing Redbirds.
Well, welcome back. Here we are, about 40 seconds until we start the second half. Redbirds up 53-17, Eli. What do you think?
We're really just imposing our will, and I like it. I feel like we're really taking it to, and we're playing our basketball. And like I said earlier, we realize what happens when you let teams hang around you. When you let teams that maybe aren't as good as you hang around, bad things could happen. We saw that the other night, too.
Oh, for sure. And I don't know about you. I mean, this defense that we're throwing out here, that's the first time I've seen that all year. Kind of an aggressive half-court trapping defense, and it's really thrown Pekin for a loop here. And then, you put that with the full-court press, same thing. That aggressive press, we're getting some traps, and we're just turning up the heat here. And Redbirds have 53 points in the first half. We scored 51 in the whole game against Canton the other night, so.
And you did say earlier you'd wonder if it's in preparation for tomorrow's game. You got to think it is.
Yeah, just something different to throw at Central, just to kind of keep them off balance and, not give them the same look. We've been playing a lot of man-to-man defense so far, so this little zone defense has been a nice alternative here. So ball goes into Geyer in the post, just gets overthrown, and he steps out of bounds. So it'll be Pekin to inbound. It's a good look. Geyer had some room over the top there. He just kind of float that up a little bit more. Sometimes you throw that a little too too fast and it floats out of bounds. Redbirds now in the man-to-man defense. So, again, a totally different look here for the Redbirds in the second half. Ball goes, it gets saved. Vasquez with the recovery. Up to Koch. It's tipped out of bounds. That'll be Redbird ball.
Good defensive back play there by the Pekin defender. You know, that football plays in their blood.
Yeah, that's true. Getting that hand up and not letting the receiver pull it down. Busey to inbound. Goes into Koch. To Busey now for 3.
Good.
And that was an Eli good. You know, Scott got called out in the parking lot. His car's getting towed or something out there. I hope he doesn't get arrested, but he should be back on the broadcast here any moment. And now Pekin will get called for the over and back. And again, that's just good pressure defense by the Redbirds. Redbirds to inbound from underneath their own hoop. Ball goes into Koch. Over to Geyer. Back to Koch. Over to Busey. Thought about the 3. Back to Geyer. Out of Jones. To Vasquez. Back to Jones. To Busey. Into Geyer in the post. Nice job by Geyer to hold off the defender, make the catch, and finish. Down off the block.
He only has 4 points. He does a lot of the dirty work. He's kind of the unsung hero of, I guess, every game.
He's got rebounds, steals, assists, screens for buckets. I mean, he's doing it all today. Redbirds playing an aggressive man-to-man defense here. Geyer with the rebound. Brings it up. And he's going to get called for the offensive. Just extended a little bit there. And he'll get called with the offensive. It'll be Pekin ball.
It's kind of both ways there. I thought I saw a little bit of a lean there by the defender.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a lot of body there. Kind of, he's trying to just clear him off, and that elbow extends just ever so slightly, and you get the offensive call. That's a call. Back in my day, they never called that. You could do that all day, but now that's a point of emphasis here for these officials. Turnaround jumper doesn't go. Pekin with the rebound, the kick out. That's number 1, Mormon, with the bucket for Pekin. Ball gets reversed to Busey. Now to Jones, now to Koch, down to Geyer. In the short corner to Koch, to Vasquez, back door. Out to Busey for 3. Doesn't go. Pekin with the rebound. For 3, that's number 32, Hess, with the bucket. Jones now drives down the lane, gets stripped. Pekin has it on the run, gets to the rim. That's number 1, Foreman, with the bucket. Pekin on a little bit of a run here. Vasquez takes it down, gets it to Geyer. Layup doesn't go. Pekin with the rebound. We got to welcome Scott Kerker back to us. He didn't get arrested out there. He just took care of his car, so I think he's doing all right. Scott, everything all right out there?
Well, yeah, okay.
All right. Brady Jones with the steal on the run. Layup goes.
Oh, nice.
Goes for Brady Jones. He's now got 16. Little baseline shot there from Lyle Taylor. Feed from Xavion Pirtle. Geyer now in the short corner. Reverses it to Vasquez. To Koch for three.
Good.
Wow. Koch now with 14 points for the Redbirds. Redbirds still in the man-to-man defense. Pekin being awful patient here. And now they're going to pick up the foul here. I think that's going to go against Vasquez. That'll be his
But it's a line change for Metamora, it looks like.
second. Yep, we got Beekman, Bourne, Morrison, and Taylor. They replaced Jones, Geyer, Vasquez, and Busey. And Koch stays in the game for the Birds.
Ooh, pretty nice shot.
That's Corman for three. Taylor gets the ball to Morrison. Bourne with the rebound. Out to Koch. Over to Morrison. Now to Beekman. To Bourne. Tries the lane. Blocked. Beekman on the run. For three. Taylor with the rebound. Gets it to Beekman on the block. Doesn't go.
Still, I like that. That was a nice look.
Yeah, absolutely.
He traveled. Yeah.
Nice job by Sam Koch, just the wall up there. Not slapped down on the ball, just hands straight up. Koch for three.
Good.
Gets the shooter's roll. Boy, it's nice to see him get that ball and just not hesitate. Just put it up.
Oh, nice catch.
Excellent catch here by the fan. She must have been a player back in her day, Scott. Not sure who that is. But
Mrs. Nallman, she's the
Yeah.
she's the guidance secretary. Yeah.
oh, all right. She's got
That's
some
Jared
skill.
Grebner's sister.
That's correct.
Oh, that's a Grebner. Oh, my goodness. A lot of athletes in that family, you know.
Oh, she's got good hands.
Beekman and Taylor with the double team. Morrison now
Ooh.
called for the block. Oh, it's a tough one. I think he was falling just a little bit too soon to draw the
Probably
charge.
so.
He needed to stay in there for just another half a second. Morrison picks up his second. That puts Korma to the line to shoot two. I'm sorry, that's 1 and 1.
No, it was a and one. I believe.
Oh,
that
it went in? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
There's no more one and bonus.
you're right. Henry Gunnarsson now into the game for the Redbirds. Redbirds now with the setup chin. Morrison now takes it down the lane, gets it out to Taylor. It's tipped away. It'll be Redbird ball. Ball goes into Taylor. Over to Gunderson. Out to Morrison. Horn drives baseline, gets it to Beekman. Ooh. Beacon for three. Bank doesn't go. Horn runs down the rebound. Gets it over to Morrison. Morrison for three with the clock running down. Rebound by Bourne, but just runs out of time. Redbirds will take a 66-31 lead into the fourth quarter.
Take a time to thank our sponsors.
With a 35-point lead to be running clock the whole fourth quarter here.
Oh! Yeah, probably got him on the arm.
Goes against Beekman.
This one's up and good.
Beekman with the rebound.
Wait, dribbled out of bounds.
Beacon will inbound. Beekman with the block, out of bounds to Beekman. And the long arm of the law there, Cam Beekman.
Wow.
What's his wingspan, Scott?
Oh, it's got to be up there. Oh, man.
A three is good. That's number 35, Hunter Smith, the junior. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. It'll be Metamora ball. Garman gets it into Beekman in the paint, kicks it out to Taylor. To Morrison for three.
Good.
Nice. Great side-to-side movement there in the offense. Again, just getting the defense to shift, and they lose track of guys when you do that kind of stuff. Beekman with the block.
Again.
Beacon to inbound. Morrison does a nice job picking up the shooter. That was the inbounder there. Beekman and Taylor with the double team. Now Beekman on the break. Gets it over to Morrison. Thought about the three. Now he drives it in. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Morrison will go to the line for two shots. This one's up and good. Let's see, who do we got coming in here?
We got Roos and Curtin and
Oberly and Pavicic.
Nice.
And Thiago's waiting in the wings there.
Waiting to go in for the shooter here. Morrison puts this one in. Morrison wanted to stay in the game.
Yep.
Now Morrison commits the foul.
so he gets him out.
Morrison understood the assignment there, I think.
Morrison said, come on, Coach, I want to score again. You're taking me out? I was just starting to feel good. Morrison will leave the game with 7.
Do you think he's fouled him so that Thiago could get in the game?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh.
Gracia almost had the steal there. That's number 5 for Pekin, Karen Goody, senior. Ooh. Overly gets called for the travel. It'll be Pekin ball. Curtin with the rebound, gets fouled. Pekin fouls on Walker. That's his second. Ooh, sticks it to Gracia for 3, doesn't go.
Thought he had it.
Curtin with the rebound. Brings it up. Gets it to Gracia. Back to Curtin. To Gracia. Gracia for 3. He's in there, stirs things up. Can't get a hold of it. Now Gracia gets the foul.
He wanted to make sure he got into Daryl's stat book down there.
He's in the book.
Oh, got it to drop.
That's number 5 for Pekin, Goody. Oberly now gets it out to Curtin for 3.
Good.
Nice. Look. Nice finish. Curtin had a heck of a sophomore game.
Yeah.
Hit some big free throws down the stretch to give the Redbirds the win. So, nice night for Curtin.
Under 10 seconds to go, and the Redbirds will go to 2-2 in the conference, 6-3 overall.
Walker gets the lane, finishes it. Final score 73-41, and Redbirds come out and dominate right from the opening tip.
Yeah, it was a pretty much a Metamora from pillar to post.
Absolutely.
We take a timeout, thank our sponsors, and chat with head coach Justin Dame. Welcome back to Metamora. We're here with head coach Justin Dame. Coach, wow, what a way to start a ball game. I mean, he came out in a zone and in an intense zone, and I think you completely shocked Pekin.
Kind of, if you watched our JV game last year, we played a lot of games like that where it was just constant pressure. all over the floor. Just never let them just catch and look. Just try to make them make plays. You know, when you play a team that has some guys that are a little bit younger or maybe not super skilled and not great shooters, you can do stuff like that. Maybe try to pressure, trap, and take some chances a little bit, knowing that, you know, as long as we play hard, that we can make up for some mistakes. And we did tonight. We were really great first quarter.
Coach, I mean, shock and awe here. You know what I mean? You know, I'm looking up at the scoreboard at halftime. We scored 53 points in that first half.
Wow.
We scored 51 in the whole game against Canton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, wow. So
Yeah.
that's the first time we've seen that zone all year from
Yeah.
us. Is that something we're going to see a little more of?
I mean, certain games, you know, we couldn't do it against Canton. They got two pretty good guards. They would have just got to the rim and scored and make better decisions. When you got teams that maybe don't have that kind of, you know, elite or elite-ish guards, all conference type guards, probably can't do that tomorrow against Peoria High. Obviously, they got a kid that can shoot, and they got some little quick guards that'll do better with the ball. But some games we can bring that out a little bit, or switch it up quarter to quarter, timeout to timeout a little bit. Something we've worked on maybe once or twice so far. But these guys played that way the whole season last year, so they're kind of used to it. And when you got a kid like Zach Bourne out there like that, that just plays right into his hands. That's his forte.
Yeah. He looked so comfortable out there. What do you have, 12 points?
Yeah, almost got his first dunk, too.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's like two Zach Bournes are on the court. Like, is there two out there? No.
And speaking of dunks, I thought Sam Koch tonight, man, he did it inside, he did it outside. The big tomahawk dunk early in the game, and then later on.
Yeah, the two-hander.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
Got his first two dunks of the year, and got first one of the year, and got two today. So, and that'll happen when you try to play an up-and-down game and kind of junk it up a little bit and try to cause some havoc and chaos. And we came up with a lot of loose balls and some fast breaks. That was great.
I mean, he seemed to have the green light tonight. You know, I mean, he just caught the ball in rhythm, and it just looked great shooting from three. And that just seems to change things. It kind of opens up a little space for other guys to operate things a little bit.
Definitely trying to stay on Sam about being more aggressive, looking for shots. You know, play off your shot first, and then they'll start playing you a little bit harder. Then you can get by them and go to the rim. But definitely got to be more aggressive and think shoot first. And all the guys did that tonight.
And I thought Brady Jones was another one that needed to just get the ball and shoot.
Yep.
And tonight it looked like he did that.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a little bit of a slow start shooting the ball, whether it's free throws or threes, but we know what he's capable of. He was a 79% free throw shooter last year. He was a 37% three-point shooter. Just sometimes you have a slow start. That happened to Tyson Swanson in 22-23. He started the season like 3 for 12, and he thought we lifted too much in the offseason, and he went 50% the rest of the year. So, you know, it's a small sample size. You've had 8 games. You know, we're starting to, you know, get to 10, 12, 15. Now we're still shooting really bad. Now we got to think about things. But first few games of the year, it's not a problem. Just keep shooting the ball and be confident.
Yeah, I thought that was a great way to bounce back from Tuesday night's game. And we're done talking about Tuesday. We're going to focus on what you did tonight and what you're going to do down the road. You got a big game tomorrow night against Georgia Central.
Yep, got to get some rest. Got to hydrate. Got to eat well tomorrow morning. Get over here, watch a little film, and we don't have practice time. It's a quick turnaround, but neither do they. I think we know a lot about them, and I think we'll be ready. I know the guys are real excited to get this opportunity to play tomorrow. Team that ended our season last year, beat our JV team twice, our varsity team twice, and our freshman team twice. So we got some revenge. We got some payback we got to get tomorrow.
Coach, congratulations. You're now 6-3. You're 2-2 in the Mid-Atlantic Conference. Very impressive. I think that's the largest margin of victory we've had against Pekin since they joined the Mid-Atlantic, I think.
All right.
Or pretty darn close, anyway. But you know, when you come out and you blitz them like that, good things are going to happen. And it was a good way to go into a big game tomorrow night.
Yep, definitely.
So congratulations. I want to thank Jonathan Stahlberger, our sideline camera. I want to thank our broadcast partner, Randy Bagol, my brother, cameraman Mike Kerker, and our producer tonight, Eli, and the third guy on the mic, Eli Young. We'll see you tomorrow night from right here at Tuppy Gym.